Good morning, Findlay Dreamers.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
And good morning, Findlay Scholars.
Good morning, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Findlay family.
Good morning, Mr. Kirby. And today we have on some first graders from Mrs. Spicer's room, Henry and Marcus. So happy to see you both.
There's so many great things happening at Findlay that I'm not sure where to begin. I'll try because we always want to be specific and tell people when we notice how they're helping each other and how they're doing the right thing. So my first shout out is to second grade. Second grade students have been working together so well. They work together so well that sometimes the classes even join together to learn some lessons. They've been writing notes to the office saying what good things are happening. And I also noticed how many teachers are helping second grade so they can do some extra really interesting science lessons. And science is a way to integrate, that's a fancy word for better together, to integrate what you're learning in reading and sometimes math, sometimes geography, which they're studying right now. But because we learn how to read and how we learn to solve problems, we can learn so many other things in the world. Great job. Everybody's stepping up to see where they can help and asking for additional help when you have big things like science lessons.
Wow. That's so great to hear. Henry showing us something. I'm sure he'll talk about that in a minute. That's fantastic. Well, the one thing, there's today, it's Thursday. I'll be on the stage with a great bunch of students, But to be very detailed in what I want to say right now is I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Hall. The reason why I really do, I've been thinking about this for a while now, is the relationships she has with students, the way she talks to them, helps them do their best work ever. One great example is Joshua Lay. We had him in the office yesterday. He can read so many more words per minute that he did at the beginning. We applaud him as well. So thank you for working with him, Mrs. Hall. But Joshua, thanks for your great efforts. We appreciate that. And one other thing, I've had an opportunity to work with Mrs. Spritzer's room at lunch. I bring him down to the lunchroom. And Henry and Marcus know this. They know this every day that I've been with them recently. I say no words to them in the line. None. And when I have them move over, I just move I go like this. I go like this. I go like this. I point to the sign, yes. I mean, without saying a word, though. But you know what I mean? Their line is fabulous. I'm proud of the line that they've chosen to do it with me. So applause to you guys. And there's so many, like we said, so many things we have to say about positivity. Esmeralda is going to she's a helpful leader. She'll see me on stage. Harlow, constantly working hard. Constantly. Can you imagine? And Alex Ritter is showing determination, never giving up. Sounds like everybody on here is the same way as she is. So keep up the good work, everybody.
It's an exciting Thursday. It's always great to hear those things. And it's not surprising to hear about these students doing great things. And in second grade, first grade at lunch. And we have some kindergartners to recognize as our literacy leaders this week. We have so many. I want to name them really quick. So from Miss Campero's class, we have Rowan, Jayshara, Anyan, and Briella. Keep up the good work. And in Miss Osborne's class, we have Tuan, Lucy, and Zaire. So I will be coming to your classrooms and bringing you in to select a book or two from the lending library so that you can continue that growth in reading, because we know reading's so important. And we talked about the calm corners in classrooms yesterday. Did you know that just by picking up a book and reading it, or even if I just flip through this book, I would reduce any kind of stress or worry that I have by 68%. That's more than half. I would cut my stress in half just by reading a book. So everybody, keep reading, and our literacy leaders are leading the way. Speaking of leaders, we got a couple right here this morning. I know it's kind of hard to see them sometimes, but I can see them clearly right now. Henry, you want to start us off?
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
I have a shout out for kindergarten to 5th grade to always being a part of Finley, and also I have another shout out for my teacher, Mrs. Spreitzer, and one more shout out for whoever goes to Finley. Great job at learning and doing your literacy.
Thanks, Henry. You're like the Findlay cheerleader in charge this morning. Thank you. Marcus?
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
I have a shout out for Miles and Isaiah and Henry and Davion and Daniel from being kind to me and others.
Wow. Thanks for recognizing those individuals. And every day we see students taking care of themselves and being in control. And that gives them the ability then to help support others and be a good friend. And that's what it's all about. And those are the things that might be as much or more important than anything academic. And those are the things, those people skills, those are the things that are going to take you places. And maybe someday, Marcus, Henry, you might find yourself in college. Are you ready for a college cheer? Ready, go. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does 5th grade graduate?
20, 33.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does 4th grade graduate?
20, 34.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does 3rd grade graduate?
20, 35.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does 2nd grade graduate?
20, 36.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does 1st grade graduate?
20, 37.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does kindergarten graduate?
20, 38.
Finley Dreamers, dream big. We believe.
We believe.
Full hearts.
Full hearts.
Better together.
Better together.